Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping well. My name is Jamie, I'm the Pathway Manager here at RYA Scotland, and I'm here to introduce a video project we've been working on. It's a project which is about connecting you as Pathway sailors with the wider community, those that have experienced the Pathway, those that are on the Pathway, and ultimately those that have experienced the benefits it has to give them. We've asked them two questions. One, what role are they currently doing? And two, what advice would they give from their past self? So, with these two questions in mind, I'm Jamie, I'm the Pathway Manager here at RYA Scotland. I look after kind of grassroots racing right through the academies, through to the Scottish sailing team and beyond. It's an incredibly exciting role, and I get to see so many individuals at all levels at the Pathway on their journey. And their journey takes them on multiple different directions, which is also incredibly exciting. If I was to give anyone advice from my past self, it's about working hard. Be collaborative, ask questions. There's no such thing as a silly question. If you don't know something, ask it, find out. Ultimately, as hopefully the video proves to you over the next kind of 10-15 minutes, is there's a lot of people out there with a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and they're all willing to give back to you as Pathway sailors. So ask questions. Finally, have fun, enjoy what you do. I know personally being on the water is such an amazing feeling. It's something that I don't think anyone can really put into words personally. But enjoy what you're doing, folks, and I wish you all the very best with your future journeys.
Hi guys, I'm Isla Watson. I am a IQ foil sailor on the British sailing team. I'm from Ivymoor in Scotland, but I'm currently based in Weymouth, training full time. And my advice for my younger self would be to try and not get discouraged by bad results or not doing as well as you want to be doing. If you're enjoying yourself and learning and having fun, then results and stuff like that will come later.
Hey guys, I'm Lewis. I'm currently working in the media team for World Sailing, the international governing body for the sport. Hope you're all enjoying the Winter Champs and the ice is staying out the cockpits. I've been there, I know exactly how it feels. I remember racing the Ilka 6 and 7 there a long time ago. After that I progressed to the same pathway that's ahead of you all. I also studied a sports management degree at Edinburgh University, and that's where I fell in love with the world of media and communications. It opened my eyes up to all the other opportunities of staying connected to sailing, and I'm just loving it. I'm dead fortunate that I get to travel to a lot of cool places for my job as well. Currently out in Singapore on media duties for the World Sailing Awards and the annual conference. We just presented the Rolex World Sail of the Year award a few days ago, and I'm just on my way to our temporary office at the conference as well. My advice to you would be that involvement in sailing takes a lot of different forms, which I've kind of realised, so keep your mind open to as many opportunities as you can, sail as many boats as you can, sneak little bits of work experience where you can, and just ask. The world of sailing is very small and people love to help, so yeah, that would be my advice. Hope the racing's been great and continues to be good, and yeah, happy sailing.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Ian Walker, and you're here with me in North Sails UK, down in Gosport. This is a super yacht finishing facility, and we've got some of the best and biggest sails in the world being made right here. I'm the general manager, and I started out at age 8 sailing mirror dinghies, and I was fortunate enough to do well in junior and youth sailing, and I progressed through to the Olympics, and I've had a lifetime of racing. I've sailed in the America's Cup, I've sailed 3 times around the world, and here I am still involved in the sport. It's a fantastic sport, and it's a sport that I think really rewards those people who put the time in, who put the effort in and think about what they're doing. You know, for me, I think the defining things that really sort of have helped me is sort of passion. And at an early age, I was sailing 4 or 5 times a week as a teenager. I was reading about the sport. My dream was to sail in the Olympics, and I didn't want anything to stand in my way. I think self-belief was really important, not in an arrogant kind of way, not in a I'm going to win because I'm the best kind of way, more of a kind of somebody's got to win. It might as well be me, and in order to do that, I've got to be the best prepared. I've got to practice the hardest, and I've got to make sure that I've got good equipment and that I'm well prepared for the event. So I think having that self-belief, which comes from winning events at a young age, I think, and having that maybe a network of people around you, whether it's parents to pick you up when you're down, whether it's coaches to give you little snippets of good advice, You know, you cannot do this alone in this sport. So you need to build a network of people around you who will support you and will help you. And in order to do that, people need to think nice things about you. So think about your attitude, think about your work ethic. What do people think of you? Are you the kind of person people will want to help? You know, these are all important things over time. I think another thing which is important is to make sure you've got some secondary skills. So that might be a university or, you know, school qualifications. It might be a more practical thing such as, I don't know, electrical or engineering type qualifications. But, you know, don't underestimate the importance of that in sailing, particularly offshore. They need sail makers, boat builders, engineers. Look at the America's Cup. All of those sailors will have other skills that they bring to the party. So it's not just about sailing. Think about what else you can do which will make you attractive, because when you want to become a professional sailor, that will all help a lot. So just quickly before I finish, I'm going to think a little bit more specifically about sailing. So how do you win a sailing race? Sailing is incredibly complicated, but it doesn't have to be. Boil it down. In order to win a sailing race, you've got to get a good start, you've got to be fast, and you've got to go the right way. That sounds simple, but to do those three things, you've got to have a whole host of other things, whether it's your equipment, whether it's your personal preparation, whether it's your preparation in the venue. You know, you've got to get a lot of things right. But just think of it that way. I've got to get a good start, I've got to sail fast, and I've got to go the right way. I wish you all the best of luck.
Hi, I'm Robin Phillips. I'm currently the Training Development Officer for RYA Scotland. I've done all sorts of things, sailing wise, everything from racing offies. My very first national championships was at Largs a very long time ago, to sailing across the Atlantic with a family, to racing 420s, to racing RS200s, to yacht racing. The list goes on. My current role helps look after all the instructor and coach support for Scotland in the small boat scheme, so windsurfing, dinghy, powerboat. Get to meet loads of amazing people really helping support the sport day in, day out, and continue my own kind of coaching and instructing journey within our sport. So if I were to give any advice to younger generations, I think that our sport is so varied. There's so many different avenues you can take, so find what makes you tick, find what you enjoy. Say yes to stuff. It can open some of the most amazing doors. My Atlantic crossing is quite a good example of that one really coming good. So say yes to stuff even when it feels a little bit scary. Keep learning. You never know where things will take you. 10-year-old me, the Oppie Nationals in Largs, after sailing, dancing away, learning how to do the Macarena with one of my best mates, would never have guessed that the stuff I was doing, the stuff I was learning then, would have led to what I'm up to today. So keep at it, keep an open mind, find what makes you tick, say yes to stuff, even when it's a little scary.
Hi, I'm Andy Brown. I'm in the British sailing team for IQ4 windsurfing, and I coach the Scottish sailing team as well. My goals are I want to win a gold medal at the 2028 Olympics. And one thing I'd tell to my younger self, a lesson I've learned, is be collaborative with your teammates and your squad, and bring the ego out, the competitive instinct in the racing, but try and be open, collaborative with your team. They're the guys that are going to help you improve. And the other message would be, wherever you are currently compared to everyone else, people being better than you, that's an opportunity. It's much easier to copy than to innovate, so you can catch up pretty quickly. So, you know, copy the best guys in your squad, get better, and then start innovating. Cheers.
Hey, I'm Sarah McGovern. I am the performance manager for RYA Cymru Wales and Welsh Sailing. I've been in the role now for almost 5 years, and my role is supporting junior and youth sailing here in Wales, and also supporting our performance racing and events. What would I tell my younger self? I'd say don't pigeonhole yourself into a class too early. So I very much pigeonholed myself into being a laser sailor, but actually my size later on in my sailing career meant that I could have been a crew, but I didn't have the experience of working with a spinnaker or trapezing earlier on, and I wish I had, because the doors would have opened up for me later on. So yeah, make sure you broaden your skills early and have a go at helming, crewing, trapezing, spinnaker work, sail lots of boats and have fun.
Hello everybody, Patrick Condy here. You join me on the Isle of Wight in Cowes, where I now live, one of the homes of sailing in the UK. I've been lucky enough to come down here with my job. So I've been asked to share a little bit about how I started and what I'm doing now, and any advice I have for you. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm lucky enough now to work for L'Occitane sailing team, which is an Amoca 60 sailing team, currently taking part in the Vendée Globe. Before that, I was working for Alex Thompson and his quest in the Vendée Globe as well. My job is a photographer, storyteller, content creator, camera technician, all things digital marketing in the sailing world now. I've been lucky enough to be doing this for the last almost 10 years now, and prior to that was working for the Extreme Sailing Series, which was a world traveling, similar to SailGP circuit of foiling catamarans. Again, taking pictures and telling the story of sailing on these platforms. Now, I was lucky enough to start my journey in a small sailing club in Dunoon, much like many of your sailing clubs, I imagine. And I loved sailing from a young age and started progressing through some of the pathways into the keelboats, into the Scottish keelboat squad, and then into the British keelboat squad, where I came here to the Isle of Wight to come sailing. And actually a large knee injury led me to a break in my sailing career, and I took up photography in that time. And during that time I found a passion for the both and telling stories of it, and I realized that sailing in itself and a performance aspect for me was probably no longer viable. However, a career in sailing was definitely still viable, and actually I found more enjoyment out of the storytelling side of sharing the sport that I loved and sharing the people that I liked doing the sport that I loved. And I've been lucky enough to be able to do that on the high performance end for the last 10 years. So my advice really on that front would be to, don't set one pathway out for yourself. You might have a vision and a dream of where you want to go, and that's great, and follow that, but don't be afraid to move. You can duck and weave and change angles, and actually it becomes a great career in itself, and probably more rewarding than you would have found in the first place. That's my one larger piece of advice. And my second piece of advice is that I travel all over the world now, and I'm lucky enough to meet people from all over the world, but I still meet people that have grown up sailing in Scotland, or have learned to sail in Scotland, and have certain characteristics that I really like, and people across the world seem to like people that are from Scotland or have lived there or grown up there for some time. And I wouldn't say there's any specific trait to carry on with that, but it's the funny side, the work ethic, the drive, always willing for a sense of humour. And I think taking that into the environment of sailing is something that will get you a long, long way, and has got me a long way. So look, I hope you have a great weekend sailing, and hopefully some small parts of me chatting have sunk in and take them forwards. And if you ever see me out taking pictures of yourselves or hearing cows, then please do give me a wave.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick Scott. I'm the Director of Racing at the RYA, and formerly the RYA Scotland High Performance Manager. I understand we've got a room full of aspiring young sailors right now, and if I was in your shoes, the advice I'd give to you is to take the opportunities that are in front of you. I think if you look at the sport of sailing, there's so much you can do, whether it's chasing that Olympic dream, whether it's going into coaching, whether it's finding your way into industry or into everything that the wider nautical world has to offer. There's so much there for you, and sailing is just one big happy family. And I think as you look forward and you see the opportunities around you, jump onto them, grasp them, make the most of them, and you'll find that as you look back, as you get old and grey, you'll look back and realise that not only the skills and the experiences you gain, but also the friends and the networks that you have through this amazing sport will definitely enrich your life. So make the most of it, jump into it, enjoy your training, especially in the cold winters up north, and I look forward to seeing you all on and around the circuit in the near future.
Hello Scottish Sailing Team. My name is Ben Luckett, and I'm the Pathway Development Officer for RYA Scotland. So what am I up to at the moment? My role at the moment is to work with the RYA Scotland team, coaches and yourselves and others around the country to create the best platform for people to progress in performance sailing, and also create sailors for life going forwards, in whatever shape that might take. Some pieces of advice for my past self: take every opportunity by following this sort of ethos myself. I ended up interviewing for a role abroad while I was randomly at an outdoor show in London, and ended up working in Greece, Corsica, the Alps for the following 8 years, and some of the most amazing memories I've ever had. Primarily as a water sports instructor, but that also led to opportunities in working in the Alps, so going skiing and doing that for a living, getting paid to be there. So take every opportunity that you can. My second piece of advice is get out on the water. Go sailing, go windsurfing, get out there. It helps if your time on the water has an aim, to help progress yourselves and make yourself the best you can be. But even if you're just going out to have a bit of fun, that's what it's all about. So go sailing, go windsurfing, get on the water, and enjoy it. That's the most important thing. Good luck this weekend. Really looking forward to seeing you all out on the water, enjoying it. And if you've got any questions, come and find me. I'm always in here. Thanks very much.
Hello, my name's Johnny McGovern. I'm a career coach, and I've worked within the British sailing team and sailed in it for my whole life pretty much. Really enjoyed it. Managed to coach at the Olympic Games this summer, which was a career highlight of mine. If I was going to give my younger self a bit of advice, it would be to embrace the learning. Try and learn off as many good sailors as you can, people around your club, people in your squads, and it's a race about learning and development. So just embrace it, get the hours in, love the sport, and just try to capture as much knowledge on your way through as possible.
Hi guys, Anna Brownett here, two-time Olympian in the NAC 17 foiling class. Right now I'm back home on Portland down south and just kind of starting NAC sailing again. We're gonna go for the LA Olympics, one more, so that's exciting, kind of just putting the plans together for that now and how we're gonna approach the next 4 years. Yeah, I hope you're all enjoying your training, and yeah, I guess a little bit of advice that I would give to my younger self probably would be just to enjoy the sailing that you're doing. Do as many sports as you like. I did a lot of sports when I was younger, not just sailing, and I think that's really important in kind of just, you know, giving you the skill set and the right kind of physical attributes to be a good sailor if the Olympic side of things is what dinghy sailing is where you want to go down. And beyond that, I think just, you know, make opportunities for yourself, get to know people, ask lots of questions, and if there's something that you're interested in pursuing in any kind of avenue in the sport, then I think go and speak to those people and see if you can help them, and then maybe they'll help you. And yeah, the advice that we've been given in the past is that the world is round, so if you give a little bit of help somewhere, you can often get back that help in the future. So yeah, explore your options and just enjoy it.